Okay, here we got Eddie, and Eddie has brought his speakers. Eddie, tell a little bit about what you brought and what
Well,
you
I
have.
brought the Turbo Sound IP3000. It's got 16 mids, 2 highs, and a dual 12 subwoofer all attached. It has Bluetooth capabilities, which we'll be running and showing later on today. And that's as much as I know about it because I just got it. So
There you go. All right. Next, we're gonna get Ray over here. Ray,
Ray, put the bagel in
we're
your
gonna
mouth.
we just caught him.
Where you sound better.
I brought the Bose L1 Model 2s. I brought both of the subs for now, but I'm only going to be using one for the test, and then later on comparing it with the Turbo Sound. 24 line array speakers, 2.5-inch each. They're all angled out. They're not straight, so we should have a good coverage on it. Looking forward to seeing them, comparing them with the RF and the Evolve. And the Turbo Sound, we should have a fun time here. We'll stay tuned because we're gonna let you know some of the good reviews that we got.
All right, awesome. And then you got Willie. Willie brought the mixer, which he's still it's a work in progress. So we'll get there shortly. And then we got there we go.
okay,
All right.
close.
Yeah, yeah.
Turbo Sound.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Make sure that everything is 12 o'clock in the back.
What? Oh, 12.
There's only one knob on mine.
They're all checking out the speakers at this time.
Eddie told me he controls everything through the pad on his.
Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
there you
What's
go.
up? But I wanted to make sure that the back was. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, these are the Evo 50s and RCF Evox 12.
There goes the box
And we're
for the
gonna
Turbo.
continue-
Well, let me just tell you that the cops might be coming today over here. I don't know. We'll see.
Sorry. Okay. Price points on each. Oh, what's the price point on this?
The Evox, I believe I bought these a few years ago. I paid $2,300.
Okay. Turbo Sound, Eddie. What was the price point on it?
I actually got that Turbo Sound for $11.55, brand new.
It was,
The Evolve, I know they're ranging about 1,500.
Now the Evolve I paid, I got actually I got a special on that, and I forget, Musician's Friend. I got it for like 1,400 or 1,350, something like that.
Nice. The L1 Model 2s without the second sub. With the B2 sub, you're looking at about 2,100.
Yep, there you go.
So pretty much all comparable in prices.
So
Fair
these are all
enough.
great systems.
Great to put on YouTube.
And we're over here just trying to get everything rolling. So shortly we'll be.
Yeah, Willie figured out the mix. Now
getting
it's
this
about time to play.
All right, so
Okay, that's todo el mismo nivel ahí.
okay. All right, so we're gonna start with the speaker comparison. Like I said, we have the RCF, the Evolve 50, the Bose, and the Turbo Sound. We're gonna rate them by categories: portability, setup, features, clarity, bass, sound disbursement, and then we're gonna do different categories of music, from house all the way to hip hop, to see which one gets the best rating. For now, portability, I'd have to go probably with the RCF. That's the one with the wheels, right?
Yep, it's got wheels on it.
The RCF with the wheels on it. Very portable. Turbo Sound, I'd have to say it's fair. It's not, it's kind of bulky to carry the sub. You're talking about a 90-pound sub. The EVs weren't too bad either. And Ray chimed in on the Bose.
The Bose, the good thing about it is that everything that you see there has an actual cover. And it's included. You got the cover for the bass, you got the cover for the 2 speakers, and the cover for the sub, but there is no wheels. So you do need a dolly to actually put them around.
Now, however, I will add with the Turbo Sounds, if you get the dolly that mounts towards the back, it makes it a lot easier to transport and store. So that's a plus, but you're talking about another $150 added on to the cost of the unit itself. And like I said, I bought it for $155, but I found a deal out there. So if you look, you could find the deal. So I guess, are we ready?
One other point I want to bring out
Oh.
is that if you look at the RCFs, they got handles on the sides and on the top. That's the nice thing about the RCFs. On the
What's the weight on the sub?
I got to look at the specification. I can't remember, but I was able to pick that up really easily by myself and put it even over my shoulders. So it's not very heavy. And the RCS does come with carrying bags for the top and the cover for the bottom, as well as the if you look at the EVs, they both have side handles. They have a
Let's walk
handle
so
on
we
the
could
back.
show them
Yeah.
what we're talking
Even
about. We're gonna go up to the RCFs right now so you can see them. What Noel was talking about, here's the top handle,
Is the top. There's one here. There's
There's
one
one
on
on the
the other
side.
side.
one on the side.
Yeah.
And one cool feature that I did love about the RCF was these little grommets they have to hide the cables. It's perfect. It's very nice. Very well designed. Very well thought of.
Agreed.
And here are the wheels on the back.
Wheels,
And
handle.
the handle comes up. We have obviously got the cord there still, but that comes up and it strolls out.
Nice.
So
Here's the turbo sound. What I was telling you about. Here's the little mounting brackets for the dolly. But again, it's not like the RCF that is built in. So that's one of the downfalls for the turbo sound. Here we got the Evolve. Again, 3 handles, one on top, one on each side.
yeah, and it's also Bluetooth capable.
Bluetooth capable, like the
It's
turbo
got
sound.
the EV display, which is common
Right.
in most of the EVs, where you can set stereo or mono, or you can actually do a mix out and connect another EV to it, so you can actually have left and right, or just completely mix.
Nice.
Which is really nice. Plus, you have you got 2 mic inputs, what's your RCA?
Yeah, and
Overall, it's the
or-
most complete one for connections, man.
Yeah, you know.
Honestly, it
So it's
is.
got a lot of connections
Yeah.
to it. So
Overall, it's the most
Yeah.
complete one for connections.
then next we have Ray's puppies.
The bare bones.
The Bose system. It's the
Nothing real fancy
L1.
about them. L1 Model 2s with the B2 subs. I only have one on right now, which is the one on the right-hand side. The one on the left-hand side, I'll compare it later with the turbo sound.
one handle up top.
That's it.
That's it.
But you're only talking about 28 pounds in total for each sub.
So you're talking about these 2 subs weigh 56 pounds.
Correct.
Compared to my turbo sound, which weighs about 98 pounds.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, one thing I'd add, all these speakers you see here, I think they're all beautiful speakers. You can put them out on display because they look good. They're not an eyesore. And obviously as you can see, the cables can be easily hidden from behind. So which is positive for all these speakers. And quite frankly, they all do a great job, at any event.
Well, now that Noel brought it up, I do want to discuss one more thing regarding cables. The EV, pretty much 2 cables, power and your XLR. Turbo sound, power, XLR. Here, not too bad. You have to run the tops to the bottoms, and then so you're talking 3 cables. Turbo sounds, we got how many cables?
On the Bose, we got 3 cables. I got the extra one because I have the external sub also with there. But it's 3 cables.
And what's
right?
that little is that the power supply that's back there?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Bose also brings the power supply.
Yeah, we're going to be turning all the displays off so we can just have a flat sound. So we're just going to make sure that they're all comparable to each other.
All right, cool. So we're gonna pause right now, and we're gonna start with the sound test in a minute. All right, so we're running all 4 units in unison at the same time. This is what it sounds like. Now I know you guys can't hear it as well as we can, but that was maybe halfway, and everything is flat. I mean, everything's at 0. We're not using any equalizing, nothing. Everything's at 0, and it sounds so freaking good. I mean, it's the ideal setup for a gig, and that was halfway. So here we go. We're gonna start with the RCF.
You want to gauge it? We're going to keep it 85?
Okay, I'm gonna
80, 85. Let's go 80. Let's play it safe.
80? All right, let's do 80. Tell us when to bring it down.
Up. I was gonna get behind the mixer. So we're doing a test.
By
We're
the
doing
way,
it at 80 decibels.
Follow you.
Follow Felix right now with the decibel meter. This is the RCF again.
We got the reading 80 right there.
It sounds good. I'm gonna switch it up. Now we're going turbo sound.
So we're gonna be using a turbo sound now. Is that 80? That's 80 dB.
EV now. We're going with the Bose now.
Next we're going with the Bose.
Okay. So we went back, the same order.
All right, we're going back to the same order.
Hold on, let's start the track over.
I'm picking them. Well, same track.
No, yeah, same track. We're doing same comparison, right?
You know what we should do? Put a loop.
Yeah.
So that way just right at the beginning, just loop it, loop forward.
That's a good idea. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a loop and just go through all the speakers again.
Same thing.
We're trying to maintain the 80 dB so you can hear the sound.
Make sure that all the
Dale un poquito.
Yeah.
Dale un poquito.
no, not the volume, the actual
That's
adjustment
80,
on the
that's
EQ.
80.
No, the EQs are off. Todos están parados. Yeah, todos están
Now that's the RCS and they're at 80 dB.
This is on.
They're playing around with the EQ for a minute, so we'll wait till they're settled.
Yeah, but está flat, güey.
Everything's flat.
This one? Okay, so now. Turbo sound.
All right, we got the turbo sounds now.
Bring it down a little bit.
We'll bring it down a little bit.
Okay, okay.
These are the EVs right now. These are the Bose. You gotta lower it down a little bit. All right, they're 80 dBs now. I think we got two subs on the Bose. I think we want to turn one off.
All right, so we had a little test. Right now, it looks like the Evolve 50s are really much in the lead at 80 dBs.
The highs are phenomenal.
The highs are really good. Remember, everything's zeroed out. Nobody's cheating. Everything's zeroed out. Everything's at zero. And we're using dB meters to make sure everything's at 80 dBs. Right now, we'd all agree the Evolve is in the lead, ain't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
With the highs, yeah.
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 So far, at 80 dBs, to me, at least personally, the most disappointing will probably be the RCF because it just sounds lower. But we're gonna go up 5 dBs more and see what happens. And now they just scared the crap out of me.
How about
The Bose.
the bass? Comparing the bass, like this is the Bose. Then I'm gonna put each one so we can actually feel the bass. So far, it's between the Turbo Sound and the Bose, but the Bose I feel like it's more punchier. That's what I feel. It's like this is the Bose. Turbo Sound.
Yeah, we gotta put them in the same. What we're gonna do? Raise them up to 85.
Well, no, we're just seeing the bass right now. I guess at 80.
I'm gonna ahí en cuánto está?
Ahí está 80.
80.
So you have to go higher in volume.
Oh, yeah.
Bose.
Okay, these are the Bose.
How many dBs?
We got the Bose at 80 dB.
Nine.
No, you gotta raise it up to 80 dBs. Raise the volume.
So we're gonna go higher.
Yeah, you gotta
Input or better there, but I'll talk about aquí.
bring it up. Tell me when it's 80. All right, here we are now at 80. This is 80 dBs.
I don't know. To me, they sound the same. I actually think the Turbo Sound sounds
Leave it.
a little punchier. No, but that's gonna be way over 80 dBs.
Okay. We don't have any. What's the wattage of this guy?
No.
Okay.
That one's off.
Okay, let me stop the video for a minute.
That's why mine's is only at -5 and yours is at +10, right?
Bro, don't do that, man. Have a heart, man. Have a heart.
Let's wait till we equalize those bitches and we see where they go.
Oh, let's go
It's
for
gonna
it.
get worse.
Let's
go
do
for
it.
it.
Don't
Let's
go there.
go for
Don't
it.
go there.
I'm gonna go
let's
there.
go for it.
I'm gonna go there.
Eddie, don't go there, please.
Let's go.
You guys are talking at 90 decibels. Y'all are fucking Cuban.
Like the Puerto Rican ain't different.
Dale, let's start.
Oh, where's Puerto Rican?
Huh?
Who's the Puerto Rican?
Oh, I'm just saying.
Oh, he's Dominican.
I'm the Puerto Rican here.
Okay.
He's the quiet one. Which go figure.
All right, so let's go.
Tenemos todas las islas aquí.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yo soy
And the best ones are right here, Dominican and
No
Puerto
te
Rico.
confundas,
Let's
soy
see.
de Hialeah.
Ah, perdón.
Okay.
In case you want to know who the Puerto Rican is.
Oh, we were recording?
Yeah, we're live.
All right, so
All
we
right.
got Felix for the highs. Felix, go
Felix
for
for the
highs.
highs.
Go for
I'm
the
going to
highs.
follow him with the dB meter so you guys could see. Well, I'll do the dB meter from back here.
Yeah, that's about a good 15 feet away, so
Yeah.
that's perfect for Georgie.
Gonna start with the RCS.
RCF, line 1. If you look, we're a little further away here, so the dBs went down, but it's between 80 and 79 dBs.
Perfect.
Now we got the turbo sound.
Right around 80, 81.
Those are the EVs, but he's standing in front of the EV. There you go. And that's the boat.
Okay, so we go back to the EV highs. Okay, go back to the turbo sound. My opinion is highs between the EVs and the turbo sounds. I think they're the crispest sounding ones. They sound good. EV might be a little bit better on the highs than the turbo sound, but either way, the highs were really good. I think.
How about the bass? We want it.
Okay, let's do different now. Let's do the bass. Right? Let's raise the bass. Okay, Ray's gonna check out the bass on each unit and give us his opinion. Remind you, he owns the Bose, so he's gonna cheat.
RCF. Turbo sound.
That's the turbo sounds. Those are the EVs. And these are the Bose.
Back.
I think bass-wise between the RCF and the turbo sound.
That one's the EV. These are the turbo sounds now. And here's the RCF.
The RCF definitely. That RCF definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not much difference, bro.
Right.
Really?
It's pretty close. I
There's
like.
not much difference.
No.
I would RCF hits punchier for some reason.
Yeah. The
To me, the
RCF.
RGF
the-
I would agree.
Yeah,
It was a little bit between the
Yeah, it's
turbo
got-
sound and the RCF,
Yeah.
but you know the thing is, turbo sound has two 12s,
That's where I was gonna
and the
go.
RCF has one,
Has one, yeah.
and it's real neck and neck, and the lead would go to the RCF.
Yeah,
Um,
I would say.
Yeah.
And then-
So for lows, portability, RCF, way to go.
Yeah.
Highs, we're talking EV outdid turbo sound by very. You could barely tell, to be honest with you. I think. So next, we're gonna switch it up, I guess, to salsa music and see how it sounds with salsa. So give us a minute to set everything, and we'll take it from there.
Okay. And we are ready.
Do the meter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on to the next
got the
portion of our test. We're gonna do the vocals now. It's strictly vocals, just to hear how it sounds. We're gonna start with the RCF. Willie, RCF.
Llama la salsa. Clave, mi gente. La clave llama la salsa. Clave, mi gente. La clave llama la salsa.
This is a turbo
Clave,
sound
mi
now.
gente. La clave llama la salsa.
EVs.
Clave, mi gente. La clave llama la salsa.
Bose.
Clave, mi gente. La clave llama la salsa. Clave, mi gente.
Okay, as much as it pains me to say this, I'm gonna go with the vocals with the Bose.
Yep. Bose did it.
As much as that hurts, and look at him, look how he's laughing. He's enjoying it. So definitely Bose for vocals. Now I guess what do you want to do? The salsa? Let it ride.
Oh, just let that one ride.
All right, we
La
do
salsa.
salsa.
All right, we're doing salsa
Salseros
music
se
now.
llaman, yo vengo. Salseros se llaman, yo vengo. Salseros se llaman, yo vengo.
Really?
Salseros se llaman, yo vengo.
This is the RCF.
Okay, we got the RCFs. Let's see. Okay, I guess Felix will see. I'll stay back here.
Now we got the turbo sound. Now we got the Evo, EVs. And now we got the Bose.
Go back to the turbo sound.
That's the EVs. Turbo sound now. RCF.
No, I know, but at this level, the highs, mids, and lows on the EVs and the turbo sound, so we have to have the Bose. I mean, put the Bose back on.
These are the Bose.
I don't
I'm actually gonna move closer to each one. These are the EVs. These are the triple sound. These are the RCS. Turbo sound. EVs.
All right. Well, I don't know, guys. What do you think? I think the EV did it again, dude. To be honest with
Yeah,
you.
the missing highs are.
Complete sound, gotta go with EV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though turbo sound wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but EVs, I think, took it again.
Yeah. EVs.
And it's kind of interesting, bro, because the EVs doesn't have as many mids or highs as the turbo sound or the Bose for that matter.
Yeah. I mean, the turbo sound only has 2 highs and I think 16 mids.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
but the EV's only 6 speakers on that line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, from my perspective, I'm really impressed with all 4 of them because, as these two, when they first told me about these systems, I went, okay, you know, I'm really impressed with all 4 of them. Now, my favorite overall, I think EVs, but the RCFs for the bass, they sound really good. The overall, when I get close to it and when I get far away, I think the EVs, the overall sound, it sounds like a tighter,
All right. So let's do something. Let's get the settings. Let's set each speaker how we would normally play with them.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
we could wrap this up and figure out, you know,
Yeah.
go up to maybe
Yeah.
for
Now-
a short span, maybe 110 dB.
We have to be also, we definitely have to clear something up. The Bose are set up way lower than everything else.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
a
Take a
shot
look at the,
Yeah.
the
over
levels
here what the levels
You
are.
got to remember everything we did. We compared at 80 dBs.
Yeah, at 80
This is the level for the RCF
Yeah.
turbo sound, EVs, and here we got the Bose.
Yeah,
The Bose,
really-
power wise,
Yeah.
has performed better than the other 3
As
units.
far as pure power.
As far as pure power. But the real test is coming now because we're going to adjust all the speakers as if we were playing, and we'll see what happens overall sound at a gig. So stay tuned.
Que ahora voy a revelar lo que un tal Cupido a mí me había regalado. Me regaló una asesina que mata el amor con un secreto envenenador. De mis tormentos fuiste el peor. Y me salió una asesina que juega a matar. Por donde
That's the EV with
That's
me
the
boosting the
112.
bass.
Right.
Let me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it here so we can actually, you know, when we hear it on the,
Ese fue el EV boosting the bass.
okay, so,
Okay, so let's prepare the RCF, the turbo sound, and the EVs for the final comparison. You want to
Okay.
dog yours or no?
No, porque estamos
No, I'll
cortos.
scratch that out because of the highs.
we're gonna be testing the, with the sound system with equalizer and all that stuff, so.
Préndeme el RCI.
era una vergüenza para la sociedad. Yo por ser un buen caballero no escuché lo que decían. Que tú eres una caja de sorpresa y de angélica inocente te vestías. Me regaló una asesina que mata el amor con un secreto envenenador.
That's tweaking the bass.
Okay, what are we tweaking next?
Déjalo arriba.
Que juega a matar. Por donde voy no te quiero encontrar. Pues él merece ser.
Ahí no tenemos highs.
Y tú eres el responsable de que yo
That's yours.
Turbo, okay.
All right, so
Let's go turbo sound again.
quiero ver. Zacarías Ferreira. Y me salió una asesina
Well, guys, I know it's a very close call. What do you guys think?
Well, we had to eliminate the Bose because the highs are gone on it due to Ray's over
Overwork.
partying and
Yeah,
turning up the highs too long.
50 weddings a week. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to say overall, I think it was EV first. Guys, what do you think?
Basing it on pure overall package, I got to go with the EV.
Yeah, lightweight. Sounds good. Has good highs. Has decent bass when you put it in club mode. Of course, it's not a bass compared to a 15 or an 18. There is going to be a difference, but it doesn't sound bad. I would say, should we go? I don't know. What do you think came up runner up? I know what I'm gonna say.
Runner up, I do like the turbo sound as second, and it's simply because they got a little bit more speakers, so you probably get a little better coverage than what you do from the RCF. But the RCF, once you put the bass boost on it, it made a big difference.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a big difference.
It made a big difference. Line to line, meaning everything at 0 dB,
Bose.
the Bose was comparing there until we figured out that the highs aren't working on the Bose, and that's all my fault. So I guess I screwed the pooch on this one. But basing it on the other three, the RCF actually had a tighter bass when you started adjusting everything.
One thing I will say though, for the price, you know, RCF, what are they running? Like $16.99, $17.99, or something like that each.
I think it's
Probably,
comparable
yeah.
to
They
the
dropped.
EV.
Yeah, they dropped since I bought these.
Okay, well the EVs are $100 more than the Turbo Sound at list price. I think they're like $15.99. The Turbo Sound's $14.99, but I got them for $11.55. So money wise, you're not getting a bad deal with the Turbo Sound.
No, you're not.
For under $1,200. The only thing is, like I said, the sub is inconvenient as hell unless you put the dolly on it, and then you're all good. But
I agree with that. The thing that really has sold me, because these things for me is portability. That's the
Yes.
number one
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
to do. Like Noel and I were talking about, maybe a small house party, you do a ceremony or anything like that. And portability wise, the EVs obviously, to me, it's a big sale because I'm a big I love turbo sounds, but the portability is not there as the other one, and the sound on the EVs and the RCF is superb. Like I said, all of them, I'm so impressed because I didn't think we were gonna get that quality sound. But so if I was to go today and jump on them, I think I will go with the EVs because of the portability and because it matches the sound so good with all.
one thing we didn't talk about though is the overall finish on the materials. I like the finish on the RCF and the Turbo Sound better than the EV and the Bose. Just my personal
Yeah.
preference. It just looks a little sturdier. It's not that plastic looking like the EVs. And
When you're talking about finish, what are you talking about? The subs or just
yeah, the
overall?
subs.
Yeah, no, Bose is plastic.
Yeah. So
With a little bit of MDF.
yeah. So
That's why the weight's so light.
Yeah, they do
exactly.
better.
Something else to keep in mind, it's application. Don't expect to do 600, 700 people
Right. No, that's not
with
what this
one EV. You're probably gonna need 4 or maybe 6 of them to fill the room. So I think for the average event, let's say up to what?
200 people?
You think 200 people?
No, I think 150 it would
150
do probably.
maybe.
I've used the just 2 EVs on 150 people,
Yeah.
and they
Okay.
not a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say 150 people. Then
Yeah.
after
I've
that,
used
then
that
you
Bose,
may-
yeah, I've used that Bose system with the 200 people.
we can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the highs ain't working.
Yeah.
And he probably only took one.
Mr.
Yeah.
Hurricane
I'm glad I
takes
found
one.
that
He likes to take
Yeah,
one.
it takes one.
You probably kick the hell out of it in one party.
Pablo, I've
Yeah.
done fashion shows up to 500 people with 2 of them.
And
Well, listen, the RCF is 1400 watts, I believe, right?
the RCS are 1400.
The Turbo Sound is 2000 watts, and the EV is 1000. Bose is non-rated because they're special,
Yep.
just
that's
like
true.
the owner.
Yes.
Yeah, thank
They
you. I
they
appreciate
blow
that.
they blow highs.
Are we really
It-
gonna go there? We're going guys?
I guess I give my opinion.
Yeah, go no.
I actually like all of them. I mean, I think they're all great. They all do a fantastic job at any event. The one thing I do want to, I can't say is like Felix had said, the EVs are smaller, more compact. So if you have something, if you're a DJ that has to be with a small table, really tight places, that's kind of the way to go because they fit just about anywhere and they don't take that much space. The cables you're able to hide on all of these units because you can't see any of that once they're hidden behind. I gotta say I am impressed with the IPs, the way they sound. Once you tweak everything, they sound really, really good, and actually they all do. But I'd say what I like about the EVs, and I'm just being biased now, but it's because of that reason.
Really?
I use these EVs in a ceremony. And literally, I use the ceremony. I set it up. It's only 3 pieces to set up. Takes me maybe less than 5 minutes to set it up. So that's what I like about those things. So taking it down quick. Using the Bluetooth technology, using an iPad, I can run any ceremony with that, and that's all I really need. And I can control it from far away. So that's the nice thing about the EVs is remote. And the same thing, I think the IPs have remote as well.
Yeah, the IP has
So,
Bluetooth as well,
those again, you can put those in a ceremony and
which
and use
Bose
them.
don't.
Yeah, so that's some of the positives of these speakers.
Bose
but-
did come out about 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
And they're still here.
Yeah.
And with the bigger speakers, I don't know, but I know the little one, the EVs, I can run them off the generator fairly easy.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you brought up that point because I will tell you from personal experience, Bose, if you do not have a solid power input on it, they will start shutting off on you. They have that protection inside the system. So you can't run it off a per se. If you got a generator, you'd have to make sure the voltage is regulated the same throughout. If not, it will start shutting down on you to the point where it'll ruin your party, that's for sure. But to the point where you also probably have to adjust it and not use as much bass just to be able to go through the night.
And one last thing, after standing here, at least for me, one last thing, and looking and comparing at the subs on all of them, what I don't like about the turbo sound is it's begging for people to put cups, beers,
They do it on mine, bro.
all those type. Yeah, but look at the platform on the turbo sound.
I want to sit down there.
Yeah,
I'm
they-
tired. I want to sit.
Yeah, they could actually sit on the edge of your speaker. So that might be a downfall. I mean, I don't like it when they put drinks on my speakers. That annoys the hell out of me. But I'm going to stick with the turbo sound because I like them. And it's just my preference. Again, it's going to go to your preference and what you want and what you could afford. That's the big thing.
Yeah. I agree.
Price wise, a Bose system, Ray systems, like, I don't know, for the 2 is what, like,
For the 2 with everything that I had was about $5,800.
Yeah.
where I bought both of mine. Well, I haven't gotten the second one, but I will have bought both of mine for under $2,400.
Ray, are they still that same price? Because I know you got yours a long time ago. Do you know?
I got them cheaper than that.
Yeah.
And the reason for it is Bose every 3 months or something like that, they actually do a 15% off.
Yeah.
And if you're smart, you'll jump on it. And that's
Right.
about the best time that you're ever going to get anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, for most of the other ones, like Labor Day, Memorial Day, you can find the EVs, Turbo Sounds, and RCFs relatively
Yeah.
cheaper as well.
Yeah.
Everybody throws a discount. Bose.
I know a guy who should have bought him back in Vegas,
Well,
but he
remember,
didn't do
and
it.
this is solidifies the point. I'm a big, huge Bose fan. There's no question about it. Everybody knows that. But Felix was just holding the camera, and Willie here when we all went to Vegas early this year. First thing I told him was if the EVs would have been out, I would have bought them over
Yeah.
the Bose, simply because of all the technology that there is behind it.
Yeah.
It's 112, which cranks pretty amazing, and the Bluetooth and the connectivity. I don't think even the Turbo Sound has the plug-in for the 1/4 inch, correct? I mean for the 8.
I'm not
Does
sure. I'd have to look.
You can-
hold on. Let's take a look real quick.
Because the EV has RCA connections where you can
I
connect
don't
an
think it
iPod.
does.
You have another 1/8 inch connection which you can connect directly iPod
No.
to iPod as well. Plus you have 2 inputs of channels, which the Bose only has 1. RCF I think only had 1, or does the RCF have 2?
The RCF
Turbo Sound should have 2 as well.
has
If I-
1/4
Yeah.
inch and XLR.
But it's
Only
2
one
channels
channel.
or it's the same channel?
One channel or 2 channels?
This is
Bones guys is bare bones.
this is one channel.
That's Bose. Bose is bare bones.
Yeah,
one
one
channel
channel.
only?
One channel.
And the turbo
So
sound?
the RCF is
Turbo
1
Sound, I
channel,
think, is
Bose
2
is 1
channels.
channel, Turbo Sound should be 2, and EV is 3.
That's amazing right there.
Yeah. That's a big.
Now the 3 channel 2 swaps. You can either go RCA or you can go the iPod, which is the 8th, or you can go through XLR. Now the other channel is just dedicated XLR. There's no other way around it.
All right, so nice wrap up, guys. Good
Great job, everybody.
Great job.
Thank you, Noel.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
for the hospitality.
Hospitality.
Yeah, bro, we appreciate it, man. Thank
It's
you.
great having you guys, and this is great. You know, it gets everybody a new perspective on speaker gear, so people can actually, you know, make a sound, you know, can think about what they want to get.
Yeah.
This is True World Sound by guys who
All the-
actually work the industry almost every other weekend or every weekend for that matter.
Yeah.
All these speakers, you can't go wrong. I mean,
No, you
anyone you
can't.
buy, you know, it's going to work for what you need, you know. And like
Exactly.
everything else, if you need more, you get more speakers. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it's
Now,
about.
one last thing, the tear down. How long does it take you to tear down the RCF?
The RCF will take me like maybe 4 minutes.
I want to say mine will take about 2 minutes.
Do you bring covers on yours or no?
Yeah, I got covers.
I haven't
Okay.
purchased the covers on mine yet.
Okay.
But I mean, let's flip it around. Let's do it. I'll tear down mine real quick right now.
It takes me about 5 minutes with the covers on both.
So here we go. Turning it off.
No, yeah.
Part one. There we go. Tear down complete.
Very good.
Now I don't have the covers for it, so that's why I'm not putting it anywhere. But
Yeah.
that's pretty much what it is. That's
Very
the tear
good.
down on the turbo sound.
Yeah, it's pretty much simple and academic for me. Turn the power off. 1 and 2. That's it.
That's it.
Nothing more.
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
less.
That's the great thing about these things. The portability is just crazy.
At this point, what I'm going to do is just going to turn the power off, lower the volume first, and pretty much, you know, just take out the speaker column, pull it off from here.
One thing I noticed also with the RCF, you do have the pouches that come with it.
Yep.
And I know the EV does too. The EV does bring
Take out
covers
the
with it,
power.
so does the Bose. Turbo Sound doesn't, right?
No.
You gotta buy them
This
extra.
guy
Right.
But even at extras, how much?
gets the bag.
Oh, there you
The
go.
top
That's
covers
nice.
are
Those are nice covers.
40 bucks.
Yeah, those are very nice
And
covers.
the bottoms,
for
I think
the
it was 80.
RCF.
So about
Screw this
$120
guy.
added on
Aside.
to that.
Before, just make sure you
240.
got this guy down.
240.
So you're talking about
It's about the same thing as the Evolve when you really break it down.
Just unscrew it here.
Yeah.
The bag
Look at
has a side pouch for it.
Oh, look at
like
that.
that too,
Nice.
Ron.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
that is
I
good.
like that too.
Beautiful. Look at that. He's
And
done.
Just
But
disconnect the
here's the good part
cable.
about the RCF.
He's
It's
done.
gone.
Here you go.
Yeah.
This is the best part.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Look at that.
Bye.
That's
and you're out.
awesome.
You're out the door.
That's awesome.
But
Yeah,
like Ray and I were-
like I said before, the portability on these things is really my biggest selling point. So that's where Turbo Sound let me down a little bit because
And
the base cabinet is so heavy.
for the EVs.
But I love the bags.
The good
for
thing
the
about
RCF.
Turbo Sound, man, you can tell it can go high volumes.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, you can
tell it goes high
punch
volumes,
it.
but
Yeah,
portability wise,
yeah. The portability.
it's a pain in the ass to pick
Yeah.
up 80 something pounds.
Well,
Okay.
remember, we're also,
right.
this is their, I guess, their biggest unit. You have the IP2000, which weighs less.
Yeah.
It's a single 12,
Right.
which will probably compare better with
Exactly.
what's here.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah.
So let's not discount Turbo Sound based on the IP3000
Yeah.
because it's just a big, bulky unit.
Right.
Like me and Ray were discussing while Noel was showing his breakdown. Bags for the Turbo Sound, you're talking about, I think it's 40 bucks for the top, 80 bucks for the bottom. So you're talking 120 to the 1100. So you're still way under that $1,500 range per side. So it all depends what you want to do for the money. In comparison to this would be the IP2000.
Right.
The IP2000 is $1,000 compared to $1,599.
Correct.
But you know, again, user preference.
All right. Well,
Then here's the EV.
There we go.
We turn the volume down, power it off, unplug that, plug SLR. This guy, as you can see, one hand.
Yeah, that's one thing.
That's
It
for
is
me,
the
that's
lightest
for me.
one out of all of them.
That's
I'm
one
a
hand.
little guy.
Throw that guy in there. The other hand. In case you're handicapped or you're just one-handed.
Oh, and the
There
bag
you
is
go.
really sweet too. There you
And
go.
look,
Look at that.
I can use them as dumbbells.
Yeah, that's
Work out.
that's the biggest selling point for me.
Definitely gonna go for that.
And what I
I'm
like
not a muscle guy like all
is the
these guys.
case. Case real simple. Slip right over it. I got a snug fit, so
Yeah, there you go. That's it. No, and that's good for when you're carrying them. There you
get it
go.
in there.
No, that's perfect. Look at that.
No, that's perfect, bro.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And it opens up
Yeah, yeah.
this way.
And no, and on the sides, I see it's got the openings too. There you
Right
go.
here.
Beautiful.
Close that, and then this guy. pretty
Yeah,
much,
that bag is pretty cool too. Yeah.
Bag it up. You can fit the power
Yeah.
cord in there, and I got some a little extra slide here, which
Very-
I use my
Oh
my
yeah.
wireless stuff. Keeping it extra, it's extra stuff that
Yeah.
comes in handy. Close the bad boy up and done. Zipper it up.
Wow. All right. So that's a wrap. Say goodbye, Ray.
Bye.
Well,
All right, guys. Awesome.
Thank you guys.
Eddie.
Thank you. We'll see you again when Ray fixes his highs so we can really get this going.
There you go. All right. Good night.